So good morning, everyone. So for the record, this opening of bids is conducted pursuant to Section 58 and 59 of the INR 009. That this opening of bids is video recorded and live streamed in compliance with Section 38 and DPWH Department Order number 60 of 2024. And Mr. Chair, I would like to apologize for the delay in the live streaming due to technical issues. Mr. Chair, you may begin.
Thank you. The opening bids for the following procurement projects with contract ID numbers 26IG0024 to 26IG0028 is hereby called to order at 9:20 in the morning, March 31, 2026, bidding room, procurement building is open. Secretariat, please conduct the roll call.
Yes, Mr. Chair. So as a matter of procedure, please respond as present and raise your hand once your name is called to acknowledge your attendance and to determine whether the quorum is established. For the Bids and Awards Committee, we have the chairperson, Mr. Mark Luis Vitampilo,
Present.
the vice chairperson, Engineer Delfin Eloy Jr., regular members, Engineer Rinaldo P. Dacera, Engineer Edwin P. Lanzar, Engineer Vinny P. C. Orapa, and provisional members, Engineer Avelina D. Malabola, and Engineer Rene Ian. For the technical working group, we have the head, Engineer Mike J. Pilola, Assistant Head, Engineer Jeffrey F. Vitana, members, Engineer Karen Joy J. Ramos, and Engineer Samuel John C. Catolico. For the Secretariat, yours truly, Engineer Emmanuel Marisacro. We have BACSEC member for Civil Works and Consulting Services, Engineer Noel A. Cornetes. And the procurement staff, Engineer Azilem Dacera, Ms. Maria Dulgiane Loreto, Mrs. Remedios B. Gingoni, Mr. Mark Antonio Berilla, and Mr. Carlos Diaz. For the observers, Mr. Chair, we have invited them in writing, but none attended in person. And there are no representatives from our prospective bidders as of the road. So, Mr. Chair, for this opening of bids, 7 out of 7 members of the committee are present, hence a quorum is hereby declared. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Secretariat. And for the record, the BAC is a collegial body composed of 7 members in accordance with Section 42.2 and 42.3 of the INR 12009. A quorum consists at least 4 members, including the chairperson, or in her absence, the vice chairperson, and the decision of at least majority of those present at the meeting with a quorum shall be valid and binding as an act of the BAC, with the chairperson or vice chairperson when presiding, voting only in case of a tie. The Secretariat is directed to reflect all such decisions properly in the minutes. The committee will follow the agenda as indicated in the opening of bids notice. Secretariat, please read the agenda.
Yes, Mr. Chair. So for this opening of bids, the following is the agenda. Agenda 1, call to order. Agenda 2, opening and preliminary examination of bids. Agenda 3, reading of bids and approved budget for the contract. Agenda 4, comments or reactions from bidders, back members, observers, and other persons who are present. And Agenda 5, adjournment. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Secretariat. May I hear a motion to adopt the agenda as read? Any objection? There being no objection, the agenda is adopted. We now proceed to agenda 2. Before we open any bids, let us place on the record the status of bid submission in accordance with the invitation to bid and bidding documents and the period for submission of bids for these contracts ended at 9 a.m. today, March 31, 2026 at this venue. The Bids and Awards Committee through the Secretariat received bids up to 9 a.m. as evidence by stamp received by the BAC Secretariat indicating the date and exact time of receipt for and on behalf of the BAC. No bid submitted after 9 a.m. was accepted by the BAC. Any attempted late submission, if any, will merely be recorded in the minutes with the name of the bidder, its representative, and the time of attempted submission. And for the guidance of everyone, the procedure for Agenda 2 is as follows, consistent with Section 58 and 59 of the IRR 009 and DPWH Leyte 164 series of 2025. Number 1, we will take up the contracts one at a time, and for each contract, the Secretariat will report how many bids were received and from whom. The Secretariat will open the bid box, retrieve the envelopes for the contract, and hand them to the DWG, and will first open the first envelope technical component of the bidders for the contract. And for the information of all prospective bidders, I will briefly explain how the CWA application will be used pursuant to Section 59 of the IRR of 12009 and DPWH DEO 164 series of 2025. Opening of first envelope and manual eligibility check. After we open your first eligibility technical envelope, the bank will conduct a preliminary examination of your eligibility and technical documents using the non-discretionary pass-fail criteria in the bidding documents. This manual checking is done so that the proceedings will not be delayed. Electronic eligibility check using CWA. Simultaneously, the contract profile ABC per major category of work, quantities, and categories of work under DO 164 will be encoded in the CWA by the back secretariat. The CWA will electronically compare your recorded work experience and SLCC by the category of work and your legal and financial data, Belgium's platinum licenses, ongoing contracts, and NFCC with the eligibility requirements of this specific project. For bidders who are already enrolled in the CWA, if you submitted updated eligibility documents, e.g., new Belgium's platinum, updated LCC or NFCC, updated list of ongoing contracts, etc., the bank through its secretariat will transmit certified true copies to the procurement service with a request for unlocking of the electronic eligibility result for the contracts where you have been participated. Your bid will be manually evaluated today, and if you pass, your second financial envelope will be opened. Once CWA is reprocessed, the electronic eligibility result will prevail over the manual evaluation. And if you are not yet enrolled in a CWA, the bank will transmit your eligibility documents to the procurement service for your inclusion and encoding in the CWA for the issuance of electronic eligibility result. Again, we will manually evaluate your eligibility today so that as not to delay the opening of bids. However, the CWA result will ultimately govern. What the CWA will determine, the CWA will confirm if you meet the work experience, is LCC, similar contract requirement based on the categories of work under DO 164, verify the validity of your legal documents, and automatically compute your NFCC based on your encoded contracts. If the CWA later shows that the bidder does not meet the eligibility requirements, that electronic result shall be adopted by the bank in accordance with DO 164 and the IRR of RA 2009. Prospective bidders are therefore strongly advised to keep their CWA records updated and consistent with the original documents submitted in the bidding, like Belgium's platinum is LCC, ongoing contracts, AFS, NFCC, and licenses, as the CWA electronic eligibility result is controlling. We now take up contract ID number 26IG0024, Secretariat for the record, how many bids received for this contract and from whom?
Yes, Mr. Chair, so for this contract, as of the deadline for the submission of bids, the Secretariat received only one bid from GPK Construction and Supply, received today at 8:15 a.m. No other bids received, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. And for the record, these are the bids that will be opened and subjected to preliminary examination for contract ID number 26IG0024. Secretariat, please open the bid box and retrieve all bid envelopes for contract ID number 26IG0024 and hand them to the technical working group. And for the information of everyone, we will open first all technical documents of the contracts. Then proceed to the opening of the second envelope.
So Chair, we confirm the bid envelope on the class correspond to the papers that they are provided in the study. For contract ID, which is ID 0024.
There are two self-affidavit envelopes, duly marked as original copy. Applying envelope with the bidder's name, the contract ID, and clearing the box secretariat's date and time. 6 times.
Thank you, Secretariat. This project the checklist of eligibility and technical documents for contract ID number 26IG 0024 on screen, and we will now open one bidder at a time. The first technical eligibility envelopes and conduct preliminary eligibility and technical examination in accordance with Section 59 of the IRR of RA 12009 and DPWH 164 series of 2025. TWG, please open the technical envelope of each bidder, announce the requirements and state check if submitted, and Secretariat kindly input or record these findings in the checklist on screen.
For GBK Construction and Supply, technical documents, contract ID to 7000. Dedicate application investigation, valid until October 21, 2026. DTM certificate, valid until February 2027. Mayor's permit, valid until December 21, 2026. Audited financial statement, filed as of October 13, 2025. Liquor license, valid until June 8, 2026. Tax clearance, valid until June 25, 2026. Statement, tulong mo yung contracts. Okay. Statement of singular distributed contract. Okay. Bid security, bid security declaration. Sign and notarize. Contractors, organizational chart, wala contract. Check. First, based on the personnel, design the contract. Their qualification. Authors, design the contract. Notifies the application about the availability. Check. Based on contractors, available material to state events, design the contract. Advertise application of the omnibus form statement, signed and notarized. So disclosure of regulations and relations. Next. The financial capacity. Chair. The chair for GPK Construction and Supply, with respect to its first bureau for contract ID societies. There is no report. The documents submitted have been examined against the chief witness and found to be complete and in order. The bank DPWH therefore recommends that the bidder be declared interior and pass and rated pass at the preliminary examination limits, subject to result of the electronic digital check through the CWA.
Thank you, DWG. Our recommendation is duly noted and shall be taken up by the committee in its deliberation. Secretariat, for the record, what is the status of the electronic eligibility check in the CWA?
Mr. Chair, as of this moment, the electronic eligibility for this contract is still on.
Thank you, Secretariat. We'll continue the opening preliminary examination of the first envelope for contract any number IG 0024. Once this has been completed and if CWA electronic eligibility results for this contract are still being processed, we shall proceed to the opening of the first technical envelope for the next contract onto this agenda. We now proceed to the next contract with contract ID number 26 IG 0025. Secretariat, for the record, how many bids we received for this contract and from whom?
Mr. Chair, for this contract, 26 IG 0025, the bank only received one bidder coming from Just Aid Enterprises, received at 8:05 this morning.
Thank you. For the record, these are the bids that will be opened and subjected to preliminary examination for contract ID number 26 IG 0025. Secretariat, please open the bid box and retrieve all bid envelopes for contract ID number 26 IG 0025 and hand them to the TWG.
For necessary devices, we got proposal for contract ID house is IG 0025. The rate of translation. Right. Yes, the money flowing from trucks. Check. And then a singular operating contracts. Similar to the contract to begin. Check. Then financial capacity. Right? This is declaration, side of others. Factors of the still charge of the contract. Check. This contractors key personnel, assigned to the contract. Their qualification rate cut. Check. Yes, the contractors value construction in the graduates, they tend to come in. So good price of the vacation are in the books. For the classification are given. Only goes from statement, signed and notarized. Once closure allegations and the division of exchange. Data certificate. Valid December 21, 2026. Years period. Valid December 21, 2026. This clearance, valid until June 25, 2026. Already financial statement filed March 20, 2024. Legal license valid until February 10, 2026. Mr. Chair, for just ending the process with respect to its legal documents for contract ID 26I2005. Documents submitted have been examined against the checklist and found to be complete and eligible. The DPWH therefore recommends that the bidder declared eligible and rated pass the preliminary examination bids, subject to the result of the electronic check through the CWA.
Thank you, TWG. Your recommendation is duly noted and shall be taken up by the committee in its deliberation. For the record, Secretariat, what is the status of the electronic eligibility check in the CWA application? Status of the electronics.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we just recently finished the electronic eligibility processing for 26IG 0024 and 25. So here are the results, Mr. Chair, for your reference and signature.
Thank you. We have now the result of CWH. Let's go back to 26IG 0024. For the record, based on the CWA electronic eligibility check pursuant to DPWH DEO 164 series of 2025, the results for contract ID number 26IG 0024 are as follows. GPK Construction and Supply, PCAV registration valid until June 8, 2025. Work experience passed in FCC failed. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2025. DTI valid until February 11, 2027. BIR tax clearance valid until February 19, 2025, and PhilJet registration valid until October 10, 2025. DWG, please review the submitted documents, your technical. Their pickup license, their NFCC.
Mr. Chair, I will provide.
Recognize Leader Monobula.
This is the Belgium's the construction supply. That's clear and expired last March 2026. But there is a copy of tax compliance verification of certificate. It started in June 2025, but not the last years. So it's one by one.
Mr. Chair, may I
Recognize Secretariat.
Well, Mr. Chair, a verification is not considered as the tax clearance. So what is required under the rules is a valid tax clearance. And considering, Mr. Chair, that as per the statement of our back member that their field jobs is valid, but they have an expired tax clearance. Under the rules of field jobs, Mr. Chair, the field job certificate of registration will be automatically suspended if any of the legal documents are expired. So for the consideration of the back, Mr. Chair, and we cannot as well Definitely, Mr. Chair, if we will push through with the unlocking, it will be denied with the procurement service because they will have to update their field jets, and the updating is the responsibility of the bidder, Mr. Chair.
Please noted, Secretary.
To release by my DPWH supply. Since then, since the country last 3 months.
So, Mr. Chair, for the record, the TWG will have to recommend whether to declare the bidder ineligible and rate failed based on their findings or the recommendations of one of our block members. Mr. Chair. So I will suggest the TWG to review, Mr. Chair, and then state recommendations for the box deliberation.
DWG, please proceed.
Mr. Chair. We got a application of us. The box freedom is the better one. We're going to explain that now. Giving construction and supply. So we declared ineligible as no eligibility requirements. Rated fail for technical envelope, the preliminary examination of which we cannot apply for technical documents subject to the results of the.
Thank you, TWG. For the record, the BAB TWG has earlier reported its findings on the first eligibility technical envelope of GPK Construction Supply for contract ID number 26IG0024 and recommended that the bidder be declared ineligible and rated failed at the preliminary examination of bids in view of the documents submitted and examined against the checklist of the technical and financial documents. In view of the TWG's recommendation, and the CWA electronic eligibility result now on the record. The matter is hereby referred to the committee for appropriate action. May I now hear a motion to adopt the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG together with the CWA electronic eligibility result for the first eligibility technical envelope of GPK Construction and Supply for contract ID number 26ID0024.
So move, Mr. Chair.
Second motion, Mr. Chair.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being no objection, the motion is carried. The BAC hereby adopts the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG together with the CWA electronic eligibility result for the first technical envelope of GPK Construction Supply under contract ID number 26IG0024. Accordingly, GPK Construction Supply is hereby declared ineligible as to eligibility requirements and non-compliant as to the required technical documents, and thus its first technical envelope is rated failed at this stage for this procurement. Its second envelope shall remain sealed and will no longer be opened. The BAC Secretariat is directed to keep the said financial envelope in the custody for safekeeping and for any motion for reconsideration that may be filed. Proceed to 26IG0025.
Mr. Chair, before we proceed, I will
Recognize Secretariat.
considering, Mr. Chair, that for 26IG0024, GPK Construction is the sole bidder, will you not declare a failure of bidding after, maybe Mr. Chair, we could resolve now to declare a failure of bidding after we send a notice of ineligibility to GPK to provide them an opportunity to file a request for reconsideration. And if they will not file within the reglementary period, and then we will push through with the failure of bidding, Mr. Chair. Since all bidders for this contract is declared ineligible.
Yes, Secretariat, it's noted. Considering that only one bidder submitted a bid, and that bidder has been declared ineligible, and there are effectively no eligible bidders for this procurement under Section 64.1B of the IRR of RA 1209. There shall be a failure of bidding when all bidders are declared ineligible. Accordingly, the BAC shall declare a failure of bidding for contract number 26IG0024. Accordingly, may I hear a motion to adopt to declare the failure of bidding for contract ID number 26 IG 0025 pursuant to section 64.1B of the IRR of RA 12009. The loan bidder have been declared ineligible due to expired tax clearance. Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being no objection, the motion is carried. Now proceed to the next contract with contract ID number 26 IG 0025. For the record, based on the CWA electronic eligibility check pursuant to DPWH DEO 164 series of 2025, the results for contract ID number 26 IG 0025 are as follows. Just in Enterprises, pickup registration valid until May 17, 2028. Work experience passed, NFCC passed, Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2025. TTI valid until December 21, 2026. BR tax clearance valid until June 25, 2026. And villages registration valid until August 12, 2026. PWG, please review the technical documents regards to the mayor's permit.
Kaya batas. Sir, ang valid until December 31, 2026. Business.
So there
Just in the difference.
31, 2026.
We are Mondays, block digital comments just in enterprises, declared eligible as retail farmers and retail pass. Technical below. The preliminary examination of geotechnical submission of different business.
Thank you, PWG. And for the record, Just in Enterprises has submitted updated eligibility documents in its bidding, and which the BAC PWG has examined, and against the checklist of technical and financial documents, the BAC PWG has recommended that the bidder be declared eligible and rated passed at the preliminary examination bid, subject to the reprocessing of its electronic eligibility in the CWA. In view of the PWG's recommendation and updated eligibility documents submitted, the matter is hereby referred to the committee for appropriate action. May I now hear a motion to adopt the findings and recommendation of the BAC PWG and to direct the BAC Secretariat to request unlocking and reprocessing of the CWA electronic eligibility result for Just in Enterprises for contract ID number 26 IG 0025, with the understanding that the bidder status shall remain subject to the final CWA electronic eligibility result.
Second motion.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being no objection, the motion is carried. The BAC hereby adopts the findings and recommendation of the BAC PWG together with the CWA electronic eligibility result for first technical eligibility envelope of Just in Enterprises under contract ID number 26 IG 0025. Accordingly, Just in Enterprises is hereby declared eligible and rated passed at the stage for this procurement. Its second envelope shall be opened under Agenda 3. Now proceed to the next project with contract ID number 26 ID 0026. And Secretariat, for the record, how many bids were received for this contract and from whom?
Yes, Mr. Chair, so for the record, the Secretariat received only one bid for contract ID 26 IG 0026. from Just In Enterprises. No other bids were received for this contract, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Secretariat. And for the record, these are the bids that will be opened and subjected to preliminary examination for contract ID number 26IG0026. Secretariat, please open the bid box and retrieve all bid envelopes for contract ID number 26IG0026 and hand them to the DPWH.
There is confirmed that the 15 minutes have been closed with contract of Palhi and DPWH for contract ID consisting of 026. There are two sales option envelopes, duly marked as Libertad and Palhi, representing the leader's name and the contract ID, and hearing the secretariat's legal time proceeds.
Thank you. DPWH, may I proceed? Same procedure.
So just any the choices. Quickly for the minutes. Contract ID just ID 0026. Begin with the translation check. Yes, okay, valid in December. One, December 21, 2026. The use permit valid till December 21, 2026. Clearance valid until June 25, 2026. Audited financial statement valid as March 2024. And pickup license valid 2026. Statement of ongoing solar contracts. Statement of ongoing contracts. So. Statement of single artist completed contract. It's similar to the contract to be bid. Check. This leads to the declaration. And what are the financial or practical capacity? Check. Contours, seasonal charge for the contract. Check. List of contractors, fee personnel, the list of the contract. The qualification of data. Check. List major treatment, assigned to the contract. Put by certification of applicant. List of contractors, minimum material listing units to the contract. Put by certification of applicant. Omnibus one statement, signed and notarized. Source disclosure of relations, and shall ownership. Signed and notarized. The chair. Review its finding about methodology recommends that justice enterprises. We declared eligible as to eligibility requirements and will pass its eligibility. It is the first below that already have elimination. Subject to the receipt of
Thank you, DWG. Your recommendation is duly noted and shall be taken up by the committee in its deliberation. In the meantime, Secretariat, for the record, what is the status of the electronic eligibility check in the CWA?
Yes, Mr. Chair, so for the record, the electronic eligibility check for contract IDs 26 IG 00, 27, 28, and 29 are already available for your signature and reference.
Thank you, Secretariat. Um, for the record, based on the CWA electronic eligibility check pursuant to DEO 164 series of 2025, the result for contract ID number 26 IG 0026 are as follows. Just in Enterprises, pickup registration, valid until May 17, 2028. Work experience passed and FCC passed. Mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2025. DTI, valid until December 21, 2026. BIR, tax clearance, valid until June 25, 2026. And field registration, valid until August 12, 2026. PWG, please review the submitted mayor's permit of Just in Enterprises.
They are to this sign is 0.25 Mr. Chair. They are also attached the dated mayor's permit. Mr. Chair.
Thank you, DWG.
And about CWC, therefore recommends that the bidder be declared eligible and rated pass at the preliminary examination of bids subject to rated pass. Mr. Chair.
Thank you. For the record, Just Enterprises has submitted updated eligibility documents in this bidding, which the BAC PWG has examined against the checklist of the technical and financial documents. The BAC PWG has accordingly recommended that the bidder be declared eligible and rated passed at the preliminary examination of bids, subject to the reprocessing of its electronic eligibility in the CWA. In view of the DWG's recommendation and updated eligibility documents submitted, the matter is hereby referred to the committee for appropriate action. May I now hear a motion to adopt the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG and to direct the BAC Secretariat to request the unlocking and reprocessing of the CWA electronic eligibility result for Just In Enterprises for contract ID number 26IG0026 with the understanding that the bidder status shall remain subject to the final CWA electronic eligibility result. Any objection? There being no objection, the motion is carried. The BAC hereby adopts the findings and recommendation of the BAC together with the CWA electronic eligibility result for the first technical envelope of Just In Enterprises under contract ID number 26IG0026. Accordingly, Just In Enterprises is hereby declared eligible and rated pass at this stage for this contract, and its second envelope shall be opened under Agenda 3. Let's proceed to the next project with contract ID number 26IG0027. And for the record, Secretariat, how many bids we received? And for this contract and from whom?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. For this contract with XIG 027, the bank, through its bank secretariat, received 2 bids coming from Cooperative Construction Corporation at 8:25 this morning and Jason's Builders at 8:50 this morning. No other bids were received this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Secretariat. For the record, these are the bids that will be open and subjected to the preliminary examination for contract ID number 26IG0027. Secretariat, please open the bid box and retrieve all bid envelopes for contract ID number 26IG0027 and hand them to the TWG.
Mr. Chair, we confirm that the bidding before subject to us for spot by the bid of the DEO of the license Secretariat. Allowing to Mrs. ID 007. Which bidder, there are cases of the groups, Jolo Marquez and Original and Palhi. Properly legal with the bidder's name and the contractability and bidder with box Italians taking time.
Thank you, TWG. You may proceed. Same procedure.
For Procurement Construction Corporation. Technical proposal. Calculating the physics situation. Valid until May 19, 2026. Next, debate, search. Names with valid until December 31, 2026. Tax clearance valid until April 24, 2026. Valid financial statement, 5 11, 2025. Pick up license, valid January 29, 2027. Hindi ka sa lahat. Based on the only government regarding contracts, including contracts awarded but haven't started. Statement of single largest lucrative contract. Similar nature. Bid securities, bid security declaration, time, good analysis. Factors, the additional charge for the contract. Check. List the contractors, key personnel, present to the contract. If there are qualification with staff. Okay. List the contractors, daily construction, or financial rates, to the amount of the contract. Statement of the region construction equipment. List contractors, minimum material sustainable equipment, to the assignment of the contract, so the price certification of the government. General information. Okay. Omnibus for statement, signed and notarized. Management of county capacity. Check. Mr. Chair for Kapunan Construction Corporation. Respect to its first envelope. For technical proposal. For contract ID, IG 0727. The documents submitted have been submitted against the checklist and found to be in order. And the DPWH report recommends that the bidder declared eligible and pass the criminal examination of bids, subject to the results of the CWD.
Thank you, DPWH. Your recommendation is duly noted and shall be taken up by the committee and its deliberation. And in the meantime, please proceed to the next bidder until all first technical envelopes for this contract have been opened and preliminarily examined.
So Jason Builders. Technical proposal ID IG 0727. Certificate of Physical Translation. Platinum membership, valid until March 25, 2027. BKS certificate, valid until January 3rd, 2030. Years survey, valid until December 31, 2026. Clearance, valid until June 13, 2026. Audited financial statement filed on September 29, 2025. Pickup license valid until December 7, 2026. List of all ongoing contracts. Check. Statement of single largest for basis contract, singular contract. Check. Basically, this physical information and time utilized. Factors, constitutional part of the contract. Check. List of contractors, key personnel, to the contract. The investigation data. Check. List of equipment, found with this on the purchase agreement. Next to the first contract. Check. The last obligation of the based on contractors, minimum materials, listing equipment units to the assign to the contract. For the class applications of the for disclosure regulations. Check. And the most statement. Net financial contracting capacity. Check. The chair for Ethan's builders. With respect to its technical proposal. The contract ID to excitation to 027. The documents submitted have been examined against the checklist and found to be complete and in order. The back DPWH report recommends that the bidder be declared eligible and rated to pass at the regular examination of this. Subject to the results of the development of the check, will receive the
Thank you, DPWH. Your recommendation is duly noted and shall be taken up by the committee in its deliberation. I have now the results of the CWA results for contract ID number 26IG0027. And for the record, based on the CWA electronic eligibility check pursuant to DPWH DEO 164 series of 2025, the results for contract ID number 26IG0027 are as follows. For GSANS Builders, PCAB registration valid until December 7, 2027. Work experience passed, NFCC passed. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTI valid until January 18, 2030. BIR tax clearance valid until June 13, 2026. And field use registration valid until March 25, 2027. For Kakugnan Construction Corporation, PCAB registration valid until January 29, 2027. Work experience passed, NFCC passed. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. SEC valid until April 26, 2073. BIR tax clearance valid until April 24, 2026. And field use registration valid until May 19, 2026. For the record, the bank has earlier recommended that Kakugnan Construction Corporation and Jesus Builders be declared eligible and rated passed as the preliminary examination of its first technical envelope subject to the CWA electronic eligibility check. Now, result now placed on the record in view of the TWG's recommendation and CWA electronic eligibility result. The matter is hereby referred to the committee for appropriate action. May I now hear a motion to adopt the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG together with the CWA electronic eligibility result for the first technical envelope of Kakugnan Construction Corporation and GSAMS Builders for contract ID number 26IG0027.
So move, Mr. Chair.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being no objection, the motion is carried. The BAC hereby adopts the findings and recommendations of the BAC TWG together with the CWA electronic eligibility result for the first technical envelopes of Kakugnan Construction Corporation and GSAMS Builders under contract ID number 26IG0027. Accordingly, Kakugnan Construction Corporation and GSAMS Builders are hereby declared eligible and rated passed at the stage for this contract, and its second envelope shall be opened under Agenda 3. Now proceed to the next project with contract ID number 26IG0028. Secretariat, for the record, how many bids were received for this contract and from whom?
Good morning, Mr. Chair.
Good morning.
For this contract, 26 IG 028, the bank secretary, the bank police bank secretary received 3 bids coming from CNE Construction this morning, 8:10. Tapongan Construction Corporation submitted 8:25 in the morning, and James Colliera Construct submitted this morning, 8:55 in the morning. No other bids were received.
Thank you. And for the record, these are the bids that will be opened and subjected to preliminary examination for contract ID number 26IG0028. Secretariat, please open the bid box and retrieve all bid envelopes for contract ID number 26IG0028 and hand it to the technical working group.
Civil construction, technical proposal. Contract ID necessary 028. Aggregate of building resolution on March 19, 2067. DPI certificate, balance of February 4, 2011. Period of image, value of December 31, within the process. Clearance, value of the balance of scheme, within the estimate. Audit financial statement, value of 29, within the 5. People license, value of 129, within the CS. Payment of all those contracts. Check. Gentlemen, the single transmission is waiting for similar to the contract to begin. Next. This resolution signed the laws. Next, potential production capacity, check. Factors, resistance, production. This doctor speakers of it, because the best to the the modification in that. Check. This major equipment for this, the best so it's like information I don't know. Based on the documents, the electronic equipment units, the best scientific. 45 certifications are available. The most statement, storage statement, by the times. The chair for civil construction, if the statements first below, or contract ID, which is IG 058. The documents submitted have been examined and submitted and are to be complete and avoided. The back DPWH the required documents that were in there declared identical and possible. Regular examination.
Thank you to the BJ. Your recommendation is duly noted and shall be taken up by the committee in its deliberation. In the meantime, please proceed to the next bidder until all first technical envelopes for this contract have been opened and preliminarily examined.
For Funa Construction Corporation. Certificate of purchase administration, on the May 19, 2026. Certificate, check. 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 Statement, check. Check. Based on all the following government contracts. Including contracts awarded and not expected. Check. Statement of civil learning is completed contracts. I will see the learner to the contract. Basic facilities, basic information. So you can have the what sort of additional term for the contract? Check. Is the contractor's key personnel to present to the contract with their communication data. Check. Is the contractor's radio construction to the village to present to the contract. Yeah, radio construction. Pues, doctors, leeremos material is to present to the contract. To devise the implications of the general relationship. Only customer statement, sign the doctor, national banking capacity. Okay. The chair for the Open Construction Corporation, respecting for the country to society was one of the same. The documents submitted and examined against the checklist and found to be completed at the document. The back will be the report comments that the data will declare visible and making fast the following simulation of this, subject to the result of the correct chair.
Thank you, DWG. Recommendation is duly noted and shall be taken up by the committee in its deliberation. In the meantime, let's proceed to the next bidder.
For J. Employer truck. Was truck. If we have proposal. Certificate of registration, valid until July 14, 2026. PKI certificate, valid until May 17, 2026. Names to meet, valid until December 31, 2026. Tax clearance, valid until June 5, 2026. Audited financial statement, filed August 1st, 2025. And pickup license, valid until June 15, 2026. Based on all ongoing government and private contracts, including construction of it that is started. Check. Statement of single largest employee contract. Check. Basic securities, basic identification, signed notarized. Factors, the resistant term for the contract, check. This factors, key personnel to the side of the contract. With their qualification data. Next. Waste of contractors, video, construction and laboratory units to be assigned to the contract. 45 is regulated out of the waste of minimum. About 20 minutes to be assigned to the contract. Only most of the paper, side and look at ours. Paper materials. And otherwise, then you can mention take the Pacific. Yeah. The chair for Hilongos slide. Just speaking first in the look for which IGs okay. The documents submitted have been signed against the checklist, the power to be complete and review. The treatable data report recommends that the video be declared eligible and will process that for the last solution. Subject to the result to the review.
Thank you, DWG. Your recommendation is duly noted and shall be taken up by the committee in its deliberation. I have now the electronic eligibility result, CWA. For the record, based on the CWA electronic eligibility check pursuant to DPWH DEO series of 2025, the results for contract ID number 26IG0028 are as follows. CNE Construction, pickup registration valid until June 6, 2027. Work experience passed, NFCC passed. Years permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTI valid until February 4, 2029. BR tax clearance valid until January 30, 2027. And field use registration valid until March 19, 2027. For GM Colera Construct, pickup registration valid until June 28, 2028. Work experience failed. No is LCC similar to the contract to be bid. NFCC passed. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTI valid until May 17, 2026. BR tax dealers valid until June 5, 2026, and field use registration valid until July 14, 2026. For Kakugnan Construction Corporation, pickup registration valid until January 29, 2027. Work experience passed. NFCC passed. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. SEC valid until April 26, 2073. BIR tax clearance valid until April 24, 2026. And field use registration valid until May 19, 2026. For the record, the bank has earlier recommended that CNA construction be declared eligible and rated passed as the preliminary explanation of its first technical envelope subject to CWA electronic eligibility result now placed on the record in view of the TWG's recommendation and CWA electronic eligibility result. The matter is hereby referred to the Committee for Appropriate Action. May I now hear a motion to adopt the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG together with the CWA electronic eligibility result for the first technical envelope of CNA construction for contract ID number 26IG0028.
So move, Mr. Chair.
Any objection? There being no objection, the motion is carried. The BAC hereby adopts the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG together with the TWA electronic eligibility result for the first technical envelope of CNA construction under contract ID number 26IG0028. Accordingly, CNA construction is hereby declared eligible and rated pass at this stage for this procurement. Its second envelope shall be opened under Agenda 3 together with those other bidders who likewise been declared eligible and rated pass for this contract. For the record, the BAC TWG has recommended that Kakugnan Construction Corporation be declared eligible and rated passed at the preliminary examination of its first technical envelope subject to the CWA electronic eligibility results now placed on the record. In view of the TWG's recommendation and CWA electronic eligibility result, the matter is hereby referred to the Committee for Appropriate Action. May I now hear a motion to adopt the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG together with the CWA electronic eligibility result for the first envelope of Kakugnan Construction Corporation for contract ID number 26IG0028.
So move, Mr. Chair.
Any objection? There being no objection, the motion is carried. The BAC hereby adopts the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG together with the CWA electronic eligibility result for the first technical envelope of Kakugnan Construction Corporation under contract ID number 26IG0028. Accordingly, Kakugnan Construction Corporation is hereby declared eligible and rated passed at this stage for this contract, and its second financial envelope shall be opened under Agenda 3. For the record, GM Colera Construct has the BAC TWG has earlier reported its findings on the first envelope of JM Colera Construct for contract ID number 26IG0028 and recommended that the bidder be declared eligible and rated passed at the preliminary examination of bids in view of the document submitted and examined against a checklist of the technical and financial envelope. However, the result for the CWA is their work experience failed due to no SLCC similar to the contract to be bid. In view of the TWS recommendation and CWA electronic eligibility result now on the record, the matter hereby referred to the committee for appropriate action. May I now hear a motion to adopt the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG together with the CWA electronic eligibility result for the first technical envelope of GM Colera Construct.
So, Mr. Chair.
Second motion.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being no objection, the motion is carried. The BAC hereby adopts the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG together with the CWA electronic eligibility result for the first technical envelope of GM Colera Construct under contract ID number 26ID0028. Accordingly, JM Colera Construct is hereby declared ineligible as to eligibility requirements and non-compliant as to the required technical documents due to work no similar SLCC to the contract to be bid, and thus its first technical envelope is rated failed at the stage for this contract, and its second envelope shall be remain sealed and will no longer be opened, and the BAC Secretariat is hereby directed to keep the said financial envelope in the custody for safekeeping, and any motion for reconsideration that may be filed. We now proceed to the next project with contract ID number 26IG0029. Secretariat, for the record, how many bids were received for this contract and from whom?
Yes, Mr. Chair. So for the record, the Secretariat received 2 bids for contract ID 26IG0029 from CNE Construction and JM Colera Construct. No other bids were received for this contract, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. For the record, these are the bids that will be opened and subjected to preliminary examination for contract ID number 26IG0029. Secretariat, please open the bid box and retrieve all bid envelopes for contract ID number 26IG0029 and hand them to the TWG. Okay.
Proceed construction, Palhi. Okay, check. Mayor, check. Taxpayer, check. Already financial statement, check. Recapitalization, check. Impact of all ongoing projects. Check. Statement of singular cooperative contracts. Which is similar to the model activity. Check. Potential contracting capacity. Check. Principal is of Diversion, signed. Factors, legislational based on factors key personnel to the center of contract. Their application limited. Okay. Based on video reference to the center of contract. Put advice of applications on the based on customers about finally minimum about 120 minutes. Minimum materials to the quick and units to the center. Put advice of applications on only was for statement, signed all the countries. Board social applications. Check. The chair for shape was function, which is going to its first. Develop for Palhi, it is 0.09. The documents are fixed at the exam against its influence and power to be completed and not good. The board recommends that the figure will declare eligible and to pass the preliminary solution.
Thank you, TWJ. Your recommendation is duly noted and shall be taken up by the committee in its deliberation. In the meantime, please proceed to the next bidder until all first envelopes for this contract have been opened and preliminarily examined.
So GM, we are started. Ikaw proposal. Begin the budget registration valid until July 14, 2026. Direct certificate, check. Years permit, check. Tax clearance, check. Audited financial statement, check. Pickup license, check. Based on all the following private contracts, including first awarded potential private. Check. Statement of single largest completed contract. Check. Dates, penalty space, calculation. Salary and quota names. Factors is not coming from the contract. Check. Based on the factors, key personnel to the sign of the contract. The based on contractors, video construction to the government units. The sign of the contract, sorted by the units of the Yes, for minimum. Minutes. Check. Only customer statement, signed and notarized. Notarized, signed and notarized. Then financial contracting capacity. Check. The chair of Libertad construct. Respect to its first develop or the previous submitted have been examined against its request. Found to be complete and in order. The backseat will say therefore recommends that the field be declared eligible and will be passed to the last submission.
Thank you, DPWH. Your recommendation is duly noted and shall be taken up at the committee in its deliberation. For the record, based on the CW electronic eligibility check pursuant to DPWH DEO 164 series of 2025, the results for contract ID number 26IG 0029 are as follows. For CNE construction, PCAB registration valid until June 6, 2027. Work experience passed. NFCC passed. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTI valid until February 4, 2029. BR tax clearance valid until January 30, 2027. And PLG registration valid until March 19, 2027. For GM Colera Construct, PCAB registration valid until June 28, 2028. Work experience passed. NFCC passed. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. DTI valid until May 17, 2026. BR tax clearance valid until June 5, 2026. And PhilJeff's registration valid until July 14, 2026. For the record, the BAC has earlier recommended that CNE Construction and JM Colera Construct be declared eligible and rated passed at the preliminary examination of its first technical envelope, subject to CWA electronic eligibility result now placed on the record. In view of the TW's recommendation and CWA electronic eligibility results, the matter is hereby referred to the committee for appropriate action. May I now hear a motion to adopt the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG together with the CWA electronic eligibility result for the first technical envelope of CNE Construction and JM Colera Construct for contract ID number 26IG 0029.
So, Mr. Chair,
Any objection?
none, Mr. Chair.
There being no objection, the motion is carried. The BAC hereby adopts the findings and recommendation of the BAC TWG together with the CWA electronic eligibility result for the first technical envelope of CNE Construction and JM Colera Construct under contract ID number 26IG 0029. Accordingly, CNE Construction and JM Colera Construct are hereby declared eligible and rated pass at this stage for this contract. Its second envelope shall be opened under Agenda 3. Now proceed to Agenda 3. Reading of bids and approved budget for the contract. And for the record, under this agenda, the BAC shall open only the second envelopes of bidders whose first technical envelopes were declared passed under Agenda 2, including any bidder considered provisionally eligible in accordance with DPWH 164 series of 2025. As a matter of procedure for each contract on to this agenda, the back through the TWG will first open and preliminarily examine the second envelopes of all bidders declared eligible and rated pass at the preliminary examination of bids technical component. Once a second envelope has been opened by the back TWG and the financial proposal have been referred to the chair, the said financial proposal shall remain on the same long table within the reach and clear view of the back chair until the preliminary examination of the second envelopes for the contract has been completed. After all second financial envelopes for the given contract have been opened and checked, the back chair shall then publicly read and the back secretariat shall record the total bid prices as submitted as indicated in the duly signed financial bid forms. In the same order, the bidders' financial envelopes were opened without prejudice to the results of the detailed bid evaluation. And we shall now proceed per contract, following the same order of the contracts taken up under Agenda 2. For contract ID number 26 IG 0024, we declare the failure of bidding.
All bidders are ineligible.
All bidders are ineligible. We now proceed to 26 IG 0025. To the approved budget for the contract for contract ID number 26 IG 0025 is 4,949,461 pesos and 44 centavos and inclusive of all applicable taxes. Secretariat, please state for the record which bidder or bidders were declared eligible and rated pass and whose second envelope will be open for contract ID number 26 IG 0025.
Yes, Mr. Chair. So for 26 IG 0025, only Just In Enterprises was declared eligible and rated pass during the preliminary examination of the eligibility and technical component, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. We now proceed to the second envelope of Just In Enterprises for contract ID number 26 IG 0025 and DWG, please confirm that the envelope you are holding is the financial envelope of Just In Enterprises as identified by the back secretariat.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we confirm that this is the legal envelope of Just In Enterprises. With your permission, we now open the financial envelope of Just In Enterprises.
DWG, we will now open the financial envelope of Just In Enterprises. Please conduct a preliminary check of the financial proposals and announce the presence or absence of the required financial documents. And back secretariat mainly encode or mark the corresponding entries in the financial checklist on screen.
Just In Enterprises, financial documents. The contract ID 26 IG 0025. Financial report. 150 days of validity. Okay. Legal quantities, check. Detailed estimates, check. Explore the quarter payment schedule. So, the chair for Just In Enterprises, financial proposal, contract ID to this ID 0025, the required financial documents have been opened and examined against this list and found to be complete and in order subject to complete evaluation. We respectfully record to the chair for the record of the price indicated in the duly signed financial.
For the record, I have now the financial proposal of Just In Enterprises, and we shall now read into the record the total bid prices as submitted and as indicated in the duly signed financial bid forms for contract ID number 26 IG 0025. Total bid price of Just In Enterprises, amount in words, 4,940,400 pesos only. Amount in figures, 4,940,400 pesos only. These bid prices as read shall be reflected in the abstract of bids as read for contract ID number 26 IG 0025. Now proceed to the next contract. Contract number 26 IG 0026. Secretariat, for contract ID number 26IG0026, the approved budget for the contract is 9,900,451 pesos and 19 centavos, no, inclusive of all applicable taxes. And Secretariat, please state for the record which bidders were declared eligible and rated passed, and whose second envelopes will be open for contract ID number 26IG0026.
Yes, Mr. Chair, so for this contract, only Justin Enterprises was declared eligible and rated pass during the preliminary examination of their eligibility and technical envelope. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Secretariat. We now proceed with the second envelope of Just-In Enterprises for contract ID number 26IG0026 and TWG. Please confirm that the envelope you are holding is the financial envelope of Just-In Enterprises as identified by the Secretariat.
Sir, confirm, with your permission, we will now open the just in the prices.
TWG, you may now open on the financial envelope of Just-In Enterprises. Same procedure.
Just in the prices, implemented proposal. Financial report, Chair. Villaflores, please, Chair. Estimates, check. Cash flow by contract payment schedule, check. The chair for Justin Enterprises, financial proposal, the required financial documents and open and submit the reports list. And found to be complete and in order, subject to the publication. Fully recommend to the chair for the reading of the total price located in the two-design financial report.
Thank you, TWG. And for the record, I have now the financial proposal of Just-In Enterprises. And we shall now read into the record the total bid prices as submitted as indicated in the duly signed financial bid forms. For contract ID number 26IG0026, total bid price of Just-In Enterprises amount in words 9,880,500 pesos only. Amount in figures 9,880,500 pesos only. These bid prices as read shall be reflected in the abstract of bids as read for contract ID number 26IG0026. We shall now proceed to the next contract, the contract ID number 26IG0027. For contract ID number 26IG0027, the approved budget for the contract in Philippine peso is 9,900,973 pesos and 37 centavos only, inclusive of all applicable taxes. Secretariat, please state for the record which bidders were declared eligible and rated passed and whose second envelopes will be open for contract ID number 26IG0027.
Yes, Mr. Chair, so for this contract, the following bidders were declared eligible and rated pass at the preliminary examination of their first envelope or the eligibility and technical component, namely Copognan Construction Corporation and Jason's Builders. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Secretariat. We now proceed with the second envelope of Copognan Construction Corporation for contract ID number 26IG0027. And TWG, please confirm that the envelope you are holding is the financial envelope of Copognan Construction Corporation as identified by the Secretariat.
Yes, sir. Can we confirm the information now open the financial envelope of the Copognan Construction Corporation?
TWG, you may now open the financial envelope of Copognan Construction Corporation. Same procedure.
Copognan Construction Corporation. Financial proposal. Diversion form. Check. Libertad is check. Estimates check. Flow by parting of the schedule. Check. The chair for Funan Construction Corporation. The financial envelope. Required development and also hotel and summit and the place. Found the complete and order, subject to the evaluation.
For the record, I have now the financial proposal of Kakugnan Construction Corporation. And we shall now read into the record the total bid prices as submitted and as indicated in the duly signed financial bid form. For contract ID number 26ID 0027, total bid price of Kakugnan Construction Corporation, amount in words 8,707,468 pesos and 27 centavos only. Amount in figures 8,707,468 pesos and 27 centavos only. This bid price as read shall be reflected in the abstract of bids as read for contract ID number 26IG 0027. We now proceed to the second envelope of the next bidder, the G-Sans Builder. DWG, please confirm that the envelope you're holding is the financial envelope of G-Sans Builders as identified by the Secretariat.
Mr. Chair, we confirm that this is the second envelope of Jesus Builders. With your permission, we will now open the financial envelope of
DWG, you will now open the financial envelope of G-Sans Builders and let's conduct the preliminary check. Same procedure.
Jesus Builders. Financial proposal. Financial form. 150 days with validity. Check. Villaflores, check. With estimates, check. Cash flow by counter and payment schedule, check. The chair for Jesus Builders. Financial proposal for control ID 007. The required financial documents have been opened and submitted of investment list. Found to be complete and in order. Subject to the technical refer to the chair for the reading of the total bid price and indicate as indicated by the duly signed financial bid form.
Thank you, DWG, and for the record, I have now the financial proposal of G-Sans Builders. And we shall now read into the record the total bid price as submitted and as indicated in the duly signed financial bid form. For contract ID number 26IG0027, total bid price of J Sons Builders, amount in words, 8,663,352 pesos only. Amount in figures, 8,663,352 pesos only. This bid prices as read shall be reflected in the abstract of bids as read for contract ID number 26IG0027. We now proceed to the next contract. With contract ID number 26IG0028. For contract ID number 26IG0028, the approved budget for the contract is 19,182,319 pesos and 66 centavos in Philippine peso, and inclusive of all applicable taxes. And Secretariat, please state for the record which bidders were declared eligible and rated passed, and whose second envelopes will be opened for contract ID number 26IG0028. Iman.
Mr. Chair, for this contract, 26IG0028, two bidders were said to be eligible and pass the preliminary examination. And one bidder was declared ineligible, which is the J. Juliana.
Thank you, Secretariat. We now proceed with the second envelope of CNA Construction Corporation for contract ID number 26IG0028. And DWG, please confirm that the envelope you are holding is the financial envelope of CNA Construction as identified by the Secretariat.
With the chair, confirm, with your permission, will open the CNE construction financial proposal.
DWG, you may now open the financial envelope of CNE Construction. And please conduct the preliminary check of the financial proposal and announce the presence of or absence of the required financial documents.
CNE construction financial proposal. Financial report. Liquidities of invalidity. Check. Real quantities. Check. Data estimates. Check. Cash flow by partner and field schedule. Check. The chair for CNE construction financial proposal. The required financial documents have been opened and examined and checklist and found to be complete and in order, subject to detailed evaluation.
Thank you, DWG. And for the record, I have now the financial proposal of CNE Construction, and we shall now read into the record the total bid price as submitted and as indicated in the duly signed financial bid form. For contract ID number 26IG0028, the total bid price of CNE Construction amount in words 16,017,236 pesos and 92 centavos only. Amount in figures 16,017,236 pesos and 92 centavos only. We now proceed to the second financial envelope with the next bidder, the Kapugnan Construction Corporation. DWG, please confirm that the envelope you are holding is the financial envelope of Kapugnan Construction Corporation.
Mr. Chair, confirm that with the second envelope of the Poblacion Construction Corporation, with your permission, we will now open the financial before financial proposal of the Poblacion Construction.
DWG, you may now open the financial envelope of Kapugnan Construction Corporation and please conduct the preliminary check. Same procedure.
for Cooperative Construction Corporation. Financial proposal. Financial bid for. Check. Bill of quantities, check. Data estimates, check. Cash flow by contract payment schedule, check. Mr. Chair, for Cooperative Construction Corporation, financial proposal, the required financial documents will be open and submitted in the office and filed to be completed with the building, subject to the evaluation.
Thank you, DWJ, and for the record, I have now the financial proposal of Kakugnan Construction Corporation. And we shall now read into the record the total bid price as admitted and as indicated in the duly signed financial bid form. For contract ID number 26IG0028, total bid price of Kakugnan Construction Corporation, amount in words, 16,042,907 pesos and 86 centavos only. Amount in figures, 16,042,907 pesos and 86 centavos only. These bid prices as read shall be reflected in the abstract of bids as read for contract ID number 26IG0028. We now proceed to the next contract with contract ID number 26IG0029. For contract ID number 26IG0029, the approved budget for the contract is 24,019,588 pesos and 5 centavos only in Philippine peso, inclusive of all applicable taxes. Secretariat, for the record, please state which bidders were declared eligible and rated passed and whose second envelopes will be opened for contract ID number 26IG0029.
Mr. Chair, for this contract with 6IG0029, two bidders were declared eligible and passed the preliminary examination. They are the CN Construction and the JM Bulgara.
Thank you, Secretariat. We now proceed with the second envelope of CNE Construction. And TWG, please confirm that the envelope you are holding is the financial envelope of CNE Construction as identified by the Secretariat.
Mr. Chair, confirm that this is the second envelope of CNE Construction. With your permission, we will open the financial proposal of CNE Construction.
TWG, may now open the financial envelope of CNE Construction. Please conduct the preliminary check of the financial proposal. Same procedure.
CNE Construction financial proposal. Financial bid form, 120 days bid validity. Check. Bill of quantities, check. Units, the units, check. Cash flow by quarter, the payment schedule. Check. Mr. Chair, for CNE Construction financial proposal. For contract ID with IG0029, the required financial documents have been opened and examined in the checklist, found to be complete and in order, subject to data bid evaluation.
Thank you, TWG. And for the record, I have now the financial proposal of CNE Construction. And we shall now read into the record the total bid price as submitted and as indicated in the duly signed financial bid form. For contract ID number 26IG0029, total bid price of CNE Construction, amount in words, 24,001,500 pesos only. Amount in figures, 24,001,500 pesos only. These bid prices as read shall be reflected in the abstract bids as read for contract ID number 26IG0029. We shall now proceed with the second envelope of the next bidder, the GM Colera Construct. DWG, please confirm that the envelope you're holding is the envelope of GM Colera Construct as identified by the Secretariat.
Yes, Mr. Chair, confirm with your permission, we will now open the financial proposal for year up. Enter the proposal, including the water extra. There's a big order. Chair. Read the quantities, chair. Data estimates, chair. Cash flow by partner of payment schedule, chair. The chair o Jamie Valera Construct dahil siya ang the required financial calculation sa pinopen na sa amin kami sa checklist bound to be complete and negotiable subject to the bill evaluation.
Thank you, DWG. For the record, I have now the financial proposal of GM Colera Construct. Shall now read into the record the total bid price as submitted and as indicated in the duly signed financial bid form. For contract ID number 26IG0029, total bid price of JM Colera Construct. Amount in words, 24,014,582 pesos and 42 centavos only. Amount in figures, 24,014,582 pesos and 42 centavos only. These prices as read shall be reflected in the abstract of bids as read for contract ID number 26IG0029. And for the record, the figures we have read today are based on the financial bid form as submitted by the bidders. And the BAP through the DWG will subsequently conduct detailed bid evaluation, including arithmetical corrections and verifications of consistency between the BOQ, detailed estimates, and bid form, and will thereafter rank the bids. Now proceed to Agenda 4. We open the floor to any participating bidders, observers, or back members who wishes to place on the record any comment, clarification, or observation regarding the opening of bids and preliminary examination conducted today. Kindly state your name, your company, firm, agency, and the contract ID to which your comment refers. And back Secretariat, kindly take note on the record for the minutes purposes any comments, reactions raised. From the back of the technical working group of the Secretariat.
Yes, Mr. Chair, may I request the PAC to remain after this proceeding for deliberation of our bid evaluation report and a resolution on the two motion for reconsiderations filed by our bidders last week, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Secretariat. So there being no further comments or reactions, Agenda 4 is hereby closed. Now proceed to Agenda 5. There being no other matters for discussion, may I have a motion to adjourn this opening of bids?
Motion to adjourn.
Any objection?
Mr. Chair.
There being no objection, this opening of bids is adjourned at 11:34 in the morning. Thank you and good morning once again.